love the animation of this. It's like a late 80s Disney movie. It's like Oliver and Company or something.
I was really angry. 1 minute I'm on vacation. The next minute, some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was going to do. I was going to find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters.
Yeah.
Justice is up there with liberty. And equality. And, fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and the money, of course.
That's a lot of exposition. Thank you for telling us all that. That was very helpful to the viewing audience. All right, folks. We're this guy. I mean, that... Okay. It's a lot to process.
Please, hold it right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
That's pretty
Drop
good.
your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café.
That's a good French accent. Having never been to France, that's a good French accent.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
At least she's alive. Something.
Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobbart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobbart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year.
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Did.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you
Would
see
not
anyone
be.
else in the
She
cafe?
is how you say very fetchy. Oh, yeah, the clown. There's no reason to lie, right?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
Talked like that.
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very
That would have been
well.
awkward had I
Eh
lied
bien,
to the
I
guy.
have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
You look suspicious as
And
hell.
don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
I recommend you shave your head and grow a goatee such as mine.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
It is
There's
the
not
French
much to
way.
go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious?
Shadow
The
Man.
door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Whoa. Who's that? She's pretty. Let's do a little save here. Gotta save after just surviving that explosion, right? Again.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Hi. My name's George Stobbart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation.
Doesn't sound too excited about it.
On vacation, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb
Americans are
exploded.
so
You
self-centered.
weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nico Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account, minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
Looked like him.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
I don't know why, he's got like a Craig Bierko kind of voice. I probably don't know who the voice actor is, but still.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy is weird.
Yeah. How did Plantard get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
It's just all kinds of Joker right there.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Even when he was a mime, he looked like the Joker. Is that just my image?
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why
Is that
do you
a
want to
card?
get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
He does also
You help
sound
me with
like...
my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
I don't date
Okay,
Americans.
it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. I'll be on some, monsieur.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
Rocking that green blazer and jeans. All right. Yeah, he does also have a kind of Dave from Alvin and the Chipmunks voice to him, too. I'll give you that. We're still this guy. All right. What else we got around here? What is that to pick up? Paper?
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
It's all the same to us Americans.
I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345. The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
Oh, he likes chocolate, too. He ate chocolate. I guess he and Nico had more in common. I'm just kidding,
The
everyone.
leading article referred... The
Is that
big
everything?
story was the guy oozed.
Ooh, the Olsen twins recently visited, apparently.
The column was devoted exclusively to rumor.
They're all grown up.
The column was...
All right,
I noticed it read...
Guess we got everything we need here. Okay. We never did get to talk to this guy.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
It was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Yeah, do you see the clown? George's voice actor is Rolf Saxon, the narrator on the Teletubbies. Is that true? All right.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You
Feel like
haven't answered my
We're
question.
getting a little off track
Have you
here.
seen a clown?
I
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
It's a frickin' clown, man. You notice a
Did
clown.
you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did.
That's
If
alright.
only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Good point, George.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
He's got you there.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion?
Yeah.
The cafe was blown up.
I
He's
wondered
smiling.
what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious.
I just told you
What
that.
about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
Does that mean
I
the
haven't
same
got
in
time
France?
to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh,
Heard
take the
that.
newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish.
It's one opinion, I suppose.
That's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
And
Do me a
actually-
favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole.
Whoa.
I hope to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
In America, that means something very different, just so you know. I get it's a language thing, but... Alright. I'll help myself to his toolbox.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
I like the T-shaped tool in the toolbox music. We just enjoyed.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short crosspiece at the other. The card read, Augustin Rousseau, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery.
Oh. I didn't know that was a... Oh, this is... I don't have anything to say
Hello,
to...
Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Oh, hi.
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
Why the hell are you calling me then?
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
See you.
Who holds the phone that high up on their heads when they talk, even in the 90s? Anyway, bigger picture.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked.
Okay. Back to the scene of the crime. Can I, like, get in here and start doing some, you know, vigilante work of my own? I'm an American.
Sergeant
Let me
Moose?
through.
Ah, Monsieur Stobbart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme.
3
That
minutes
is our
ago,
crime
George.
report through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Oh, I bet.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Yeah, if this happened to me, I would leave this area, never come back, and I would not try to get involved and solve whatever crime was committed here.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Okay.
See you later,
All right,
Sergeant.
then. No. It's a good point. They both have super long internal monologues, George and Nico. They would be perfect for each other. Both sitting at a table staring at each other, not saying a word except to
I considered
themselves.
straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
All right. What else we got around here? Anywhere else to go? It's down here. Alleyway.
Clown fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me about the explosion.
Shouldn't we have, maybe told the police he went back here? Did they think to, check back here? A lot of stuff to click
I took a
on.
deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
To
I guess
where?
the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Might have that ladder again.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Aw. Alright. Not a Sierra game. Don't check the trash can. Ah, hell, one more, right? Can't hurt. Meow meow. Aw.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
If one more came out. Just a
There was
parade.
nothing of interest.
That just leaves the manhole cover. Oh!
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Did we not just get a special key? I bet that guy. There you go. Awesome. Thank
I
you
lifted
for
the
that.
cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
It's probably a good guess. Nice ambient sewer sounds. Sewer! Like that peaceful music there. What do we got? What is that? Looks like a...
As I
Is that a
picked
clown
up the
nose?
plastic ball, I realized
Okay.
it was intended
It is
to
a
be
clown
worn.
nose.
It was the clown's red nose.
Shed his nose. Why is there a face attached to
The
it?
nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words La Risée du Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose, part of a clown's costume.
Alright, we know where he does his shopping. That's something. Starting to get some Blade Runner vibes a little bit. The game, of course. Hopefully we don't run into said clown. The
I
hell is
scooped
that?
up the sodden tissue.
Ew!
It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Guess it's better than not having a disgusting tissue in your inventory.
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Ew! Beats the alternative.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Material.
It was the soggy tissue.
Yeah, we don't need to hear about
It
that
was the scrap
again.
of material I'd found in the sewer.
Just nondescript material. Okay.
Hold it right there, you.
What's up?
You sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Why is there... Yeah, I wouldn't touch that hand either, man.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Where's the
Keep
cover?
your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I was looking for a
A
phone.
telephone. I need
Oh.
to make an urgent call.
There is no telephone here. I want to know what you were doing in the sewer.
Didn't you hear the explosion?
In the sewer? A deadly cocktail of combustible gases and chemicals, most likely.
No, at the cafe. A deadly cocktail of accordion music and villainy. Most definitely.
What? The cafe? Blown up?
Where will I get my croissants?
That is awful. Did you say?
I apologize to all our
Audio
French
music.
viewers, by the
Yeah,
way.
that fiend had no mercy. He was disguised as a clown. By the time the bomb went off, he'd run to the sewer and made his escape.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Mon
Then, the man I chased. Do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the
Chasing the
sewer.
frickin'
For all I
clown.
know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipe was such an
Go for the
attraction.
more authentic Parisian experience.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Gonna let that one go.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ha! That's what you say.
Look at my jacket. I just won the Masters.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! You need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
His shoes are still a lot more sensible than Nico's.
Was the
I'd
guy you
say.
saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Yeah, call the police. Where's the,
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
hominoid?
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Oh, now he's ready to talk.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
We wasted a lot of time.
A mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe, 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
What? We gonna let that go? Okay.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
French
No,
thing, I
it
guess.
doesn't.
Okay, that was
Was
quick.
the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That
Now he
belonged to his
remembers.
victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs, stolen jewels.
Best
I
guess.
don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
All right. You want this?
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
My train.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing,
Not
monsieur.
much.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
What else did you expect
What
with that
on
one,
earth
George?
possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
I mean, that's the accepted reaction as far as I'm concerned. That's genuine.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
All right. Wow, I thought, okay.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
Tracking a
No, monsieur.
leprechaun, apparently.
One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
And while we just spent the last 10 minutes figuring out the obvious, the clown is on the other side of Paris by now.
What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name.
Todrick.
Todrick, I think.
Todrick.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
All right, Albert.
That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught
I
the
learned
technique
in the
by
desert.
a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Sewer key?
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
We could be
Ah,
brothers.
forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
We could be sewer key twins.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Is impersonating an officer a big deal in France like it is in America? Whatever.
So the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. Now, it wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
All right. Let's give Nikki a call. Guess we'll call the tailor.
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding.
And his nose.
I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay,
I'll come over.
Nice. All right, George.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there. But who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Let's take a look around the apartment. See what we got going on here. We got the sound system with one speaker. Mono, I dig it. Oh, did we? That literally just turn on some music? Okay.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Interesting sound system where looking at a frame turns off the music.
You have no messages.
It's that very specific technology that only existed in the mid-90s and did not catch on. Let's check the old trunk. Oh yeah, there's our elephant. Or the box she mentioned, I guess.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's. The box was one of the elephant.
Maybe the key is inside this other elephant.
It was the beautiful elephant.
What do you think about that? No? I think she just did a shrug off camera.
The box, the elephant.
Alright. I guarantee by the end of this playthrough, we're going to find the key somehow inside that elephant. We're going to drop it like, oh, George, how could you drop my elephant? And then, oh, what is this key?
The box, the
it's not even letting me try to open it.
The elephant on the lid
Right.
was a perfect.
Whatever. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. That is a laundry rack on chains, but how do you access it? I don't see like a pulley system anywhere. Alright, so that's all that we could interface with, it looks like. I don't think there's anyone else to call. Guess we could try. Oh, this is just sitting down at the desk. Okay. Anyone to call? Take your time.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
By the way, we're wearing the exact same outfit as yesterday. Just felt someone should comment on that. Might as well be me. This lady looks especially animated.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
Alright, can you tell us a bit more?
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
The woman who claimed to be my cousin. Could you describe her again?
Well, she was your height, her hair lighter than yours, but otherwise she was very like you. But with impeccable manners, of course.
I bet.
The waitress.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
I don't know. I have a very small bench. I don't have a lot to work with. Right now, I think the killer is probably George from Okay, this is fun. We have a little overworld map here. Rue Jarry, Auchan Residence, and the cafe. Let's head to the cafe. Look, that's where George was earlier. They already boarded it up. Belle's
Hello.
father.
Could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give
Really?
me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
That's
When
funny.
he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
Brassed up. Well, that happened very quickly.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to
I
do
don't
my
have a
hair.
camera. Do we have a camera?
The police have removed the
walk
body,
away.
but nothing else looked disturbed.
I'm sure we'll find something they forgot.
Oops, stupid thing.
What's that behind the table?
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes. From this
Okay.
behind the table were some damaged pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence.
Always.
Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cauchon's organization. I was on the right track. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cauchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items: a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code. The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie. Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Cauchon.
Is this gonna do this for us since we already... Come on! Okay. Alright, that's probably an E again. I don't remember if it's the exact same symbols or not. Yeah, I did this before. I claim to enjoy it. That's probably Pierre again, right? Not to get too French stereotype. Yeah, it is. So the I is that. Oh, that's an R. The little squiggles. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Where is it? There we are. Murderer. I'm trying to remember if the symbols even like match up from what we had last time. I feel like they do. Plantard. That will be the shoink right there. That'll be the there. T's got the little pimple on the nose there. The N is the weird little, I don't know, you can call that like a smiley face or something. Must. That's the pickaxe. Have. That's the schwink right there. A little schwinky. V. There you go. Trail from. O. Drink your Ovaltine. Followed. I do remember, yeah, that was the W. That was Yamada. Will come for us. We must be vigilant. It's gone.
Plantard. Pierre killed. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her, and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
All right.
There was nothing of interest beyond some bloody dip.
Anything else while we're in? Ooh, bottle.
Some journalists drink on the job, not me.
Okay. Wasn't suggesting anything. Thought there might have been a clue there, Nico. All right. I think that's all we got in here. Let's head back out.
Hey, what about my photos?
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera. Oh, I forgot. It broke.
Alors, they should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough. And found the evidence the police had missed.
Nice. All right. We cut through here.
The door was locked.
Fair enough.
The strange metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch had pointed back to the quayside.
Hour later. All right, it's our favorite little spring. God, we don't have to do that little puzzle again. Hopefully no one's going to be waiting to, you know, murder me. Do I still have all my stuff that I need to do this? Is the cylinder, like, still in the, still behind that dealie? Might just need to do it at this point. Okay. And is that? Okay.
If I was going to get a
Fair enough. Alright, that first.
I touched this, which was good.
Do I still have the... Okay. Just looked a little bit different. I was like, where'd my cylinder go? There we are. Okay.
A door like...
Do I have something? Nah, here we are. Let's try this. Maybe this is the missing piece. There we go. Figured we said to come
Plantard's
back
key
here.
fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too.
Apparently everyone in Paris knows about this little place.
A photograph had been torn up. If I could just arrange the pieces.
Move fragment. Click and drag. Arrange so the whole photograph fits within the available space.
Oh my god. It can't be.
Oh, I think we know this gentleman very well. This will be at the top. Why is that popping up all the way there? I guess that's not a perfect fit. Do these match together though? Well, let's focus on the face right now. There we are. Not quite. This would go somewhere around there. There we are. It's coming together. Let's go a bit lower. Okay. Yeah. Good thing we don't have to turn these things. She knows. There's the bottom. There's the top of that tree. Starting to come together. So I definitely didn't have that in the right spot before. That's okay.
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father. Papa, oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Crachon, while those murderers carried on with their evil work.
Yeah.
My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, how do you...
I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
Do you? Do we? My cousin been back? Should probably check with her to see if anyone's... I guess they wouldn't check in with her after they had a key or what have you. Alright. So we're back as George now.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute,
Who's
that's
that guy?
Not much of a future to look forward to.
Wait, that guy looks suspicious
See you
as
later.
hell.
That's right, monsieur.
Alright,
Oh, hi.
whatever.
Hello.
Kind of look like Santa mixed with a garden gnome.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see. Because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
No wonder it's so easy to get into her apartment. This lady's just like, alright, so here's how you get in. The front door, it sticks a little bit, but it will open. Let me help. I'll let you in.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
Aw.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at
She only
night.
has the one
That's
outfit.
awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Jeez.
Have you seen anyone out
Neighborhood
here watching
gossip.
Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have.
Good person to talk
Strange
to.
man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with an hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Well, there was that one film, but it went straight to... What did they have back
Is there
then?
anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
Okay. That's shocking, actually.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I
George,
wouldn't do that if I
I
were
happen
you.
to...
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some
Well, that's
people
true.
associate them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
It's a little strong.
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Well said. But yeah, seriously, I happen to have control over your inventory, George. I know for a fact you don't have any money, so...
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem.
That's a bitch.
But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism.
It's like
Either
everybody
that,
else.
Or I don't have a future.
What do you think of this clown nose? Let's get real here.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Quit showing people the dirty tissue, George.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Well, she didn't claim to. All right,
See you
let's go
later.
inside.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
When you leave the apartment, yeah. Don't have to be a soothsayer to figure that one out.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Hi.
That's gently.
Bonjour. I'm
What
glad
would
to
have
be
happened
taken
if we
with
not
you.
talked to her
Please,
first?
call me George.
Fine. I'm Nico. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I
That's
thought I
that
could smell
smell.
something bad.
Yep.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket
Like he
behind.
just ignored that.
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My
Perfect
editor told me
match
to drop the story.
for each
Can
other.
you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
Let's talk about you, Nico.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Well, that makes sense as to why she would just nick a tube of paint at some rich person's house after their husband just got shot in front of them.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
Snowman and
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cauchon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this
Her eyes got really big
chance
there.
for a big break.
Or an early death.
Okay, I've had a request in the chat to show the disgusting sewer tissue to everyone that I see. No question.
I found this
Don't
tissue
put it on the
store.
table, George.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint. Like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Looks a lot more sinister in this animation than he does up here. He looks very approachable and kind of gentle and friendly. Down here, he's like, ugh. Looks like a Dennis Leary and kind of a clown, actually, if you merge the two. That's him right there. Clown nose?
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why does every now and then it sound like they're actually recording their dialogue in a sewer?
I found a piece of material.
Sometimes it
near the
sounds better.
cafe.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
Huh.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Huh.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Okay.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Jealous.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
I love his cluelessness every now and then.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.